All right, welcome to our yoga for Parkinson's, funded by the Parkinson's Foundation. So today's class, all we need is a block. And we'll sit at the front of the chair. We'll bring the block between the legs so it kind of helps us sit a little bit more straight, a little bit more posturally aware. Just draw the shoulders back and down, bring the palms of the hands facing down on top of your legs. Lengthen the spine, tuck the chin, and begin to breathe. Connect with every breath coming and going. Take a moment of silence to transition from whatever we were doing before to the present moment. Begin to find your three-part breath, expanding the abdomen, the ribs, the chest as you inhale. We're going to start with movement right away. So holding on to the knees, we'll begin to move the trunk in circles. And then bring it the opposite way. All right, find cat and cow. So you round and you lift, moving with your breath. A couple more rounds. And then coming back into center, roll the shoulders up and back. Lift them high, as high towards the ears as you can. And then roll them up and forward. And then roll the shoulders up and back. Keep them there and bring the arms towards this side. Keep the palms of the hands facing forward. Reach the fingers towards the ground and then begin to move the head from side to side. Every time you bring the head, maybe it comes a little bit farther to the side. And on the next breath, bringing it back to center. Reach the arms up and overhead. On the exhale, bring the arms towards the front. Inhale here. Exhale, twist and open to the side. Bring it to center. Open to the other side. Bring it back. Reach the arms up and towards the ceiling. Squeeze the shoulders into the back. And now add side to side twisting here. Keep the elbows pressing back. All right, come back to center. Press into the ceiling with your hands. On the exhale, so if you're picking something up from the floor, inhale, bring it all the way up, and exhale, bring it down. Bring it up and down. One more time. And then right here, squeeze the shoulders once again into the back. On your next breath, eagle your arms to wake up a little bit through the shoulders. Remember, if the elbows don't stack like this, just grab onto your shoulders as best you can. And then lift up and around. And bring it the opposite way. Very good. Come back to center. Squeeze the shoulders into the back. Switch the eagle arms. Bring them right here. Again, see if you need to just grab onto the shoulders, and then we start just 2 circles each direction. All right, come and squeeze the shoulders into the back. Again, lift as if you're holding the ceiling with your hands. Turn the palms of the hands facing in and bring the arms here. Open and twist towards the side. Follow the hand. Bring it to center. Follow the hand to the middle. Open to the other side. Follow the hand. Bring it towards the middle. All right. Interlace the fingers. Press the arms out and down. Lift the arms up and overhead. Bend the elbows and push up towards the ceiling. Bend the elbows. Push up. Add a side bend and a circle coming all the way around and up. Come back in, down to the side and up. Let's do one more to each side, side and out. And last time. All right, come and hold the back of your head. Let the elbows open to the back and the head drop into the support of the hands. On your next breath, please don't push the head, just gently draw the head down. Bring the elbows towards one another. Open back. Just one more like that. In, and then bring it back. Press up, lengthen, and then exhale and release down. Holding the chair with your hands, lift the chest up and squeeze the shoulder blades into the back. All right, begin to move the head in circles, up and around. And bring it the opposite direction. All right, come back and into center, and then turn over and towards the side. Twist towards the back. Bring the right arm up and towards the front, towards the left knee, or in that direction rather. Inhale, bring it back into center. Keep the twist and look over to the front, over the opposite shoulder. And then come back into center. Twist towards the other side. Again, bring your left arm towards your right knee. Come and lower that down. Again, keep the twist to the back, but then just look over the front shoulder. And we bring it back into center. All right, pause for a moment. Take a deep inhale through your nose and out through your mouth. We're going to do a little bit of tapping right here in the center of the chest. Tap, tap. Cross the hands. Remember, here you might want to exhale through your mouth at some point. So if that exhale comes, just find it. Generally, right, we keep the inhales, exhales through the nose, throughout, unless there's a specific pranayama that requires otherwise. But again, just kind of listen to your body here. Rub the palms together and then come onto the other shoulder. Down through your arm. All right, bring it in, rub the palms together, create heat. Come and tap gently here above the abdomen, like the upper part of the abdomen, and then down below. All right, cross, go under the armpit and on the side of the body. Now remember, the purpose of this is like bringing that mind-body connection, right? Like I'm feeling my armpit, I'm feeling the side of my body, you're making that connection. It's also very good to kind of release anxiety and depression, just kind of bring you into the present moment. It's very calming too, right, for the nervous system. It helps with stimulation of energy and blood circulation. Many benefits, right? Helps the lymphatic system. Come into the front here of the hip. All right, we'll take the front of the leg and then we'll take that block out in just a moment. Pause. Take a moment to notice the top of your legs, the inside the legs, the lower legs. So you might feel tingly, right? Like kind of like little magnetic force that you feel through your body and the areas that you tap. Now remove the block, put it to the side, and then let's do the rest of the body. So you're coming into your inner leg, under your hamstrings, right on the back of the legs. I'm going to lift that right leg and tap the lower leg. And then lift the other leg. All right, circle around your knees. And then we'll bounce the feet just to kind of wake up the feet too. Lift and drop, heel toe. All right, lift your right foot and do a little bit of a circle, just waking up. And bring it the other way. All right, straighten out that leg, fold over it. And bring it back to center. Lift the other leg up and rotate your foot. And bring it the other way. All right, straighten out through the leg fold and then coming down. All right, come on to the side right here and then bring that leg behind you. So trying to straighten out the leg as best you can, pressing that leg back, back. Keep it straight and hinge slightly forward. Take an inhale and then lift your left arm. So up as far as it'll go along the ear, trying to create space from the tip of the fingers all the way down through the front of the body, through that front leg and back to that heel. And then release the hand down, hinge slightly forward, open up a little bit more, see if you can straighten out the leg a little more. Try to keep your spine nice and long, head aligned with your spine. All right, bring it in. We'll pause here in the middle, take a breath. Maybe a long exhale through the mouth. We'll bring it over to the other side. So again, you're trying to go as far as you can without forcing the leg and then hinge a little bit forward. Here we go. Right arm will go up along the ear and you're going to try to lift, right? So rather than just dipping down, I'm going to try to energize through the upper body and reach through the fingertips. Lengthen the heel to the back. Again, release and fold just slightly forward. So you're trying to make even a longer line from the heel to the crown of your head. And then slowly bring it back. So just kind of opening up there. Pause here. We're going to find a wave with the spine. So you're going to come in, articulate the spine, like as if you're trying to make an S shape. Let's do one more like that. And come back into center. Draw the shoulder to the opposite knee and hold it. Doesn't have to get all the way there. And bringing it to center and to the other side. And bring it to center, over to the other side. And just one more time. All right, come back to center, walk the feet closer together. All right, if we can, we're gonna stand up off the chair and sit back down. If not, we're gonna at least try to do this. You see, this is the modification. Next step will be coming and helping myself using the hands on the legs and coming as high as I can. And of course, the next will be maybe hands on the hips or arms standing forward. It doesn't matter what you can do, even if it's a little bit, you're still trying to kind of lift yourself a bit off the chair. Let's find it 3 more times. 1, 2, and 3. We'll pause here, let the body soften and breathe into the body. Long inhale and full exhale. All right, so if you're not able to stand up and go behind the chair, have somebody put a chair in front so you can use that chair in front of you to hold on, stand up, and then kind of work the exercises right there, but you have that chair. If you're able to move behind your chair, we're gonna come in and we're just gonna walk behind the chair. You're gonna stay like this. You'll see that I turn around so you can see me a little better and all of a sudden I'm here. You can stay facing forward so it's a little easier for you to see. All right, hands on the chair if needed. If not, they go on your hip, okay? And then I'm just gonna start waking up the feet a little bit. So lifting the heel and the other heel. Lift one heel and pause. A little hip hinge until you feel a little pull on the hamstring, right, in the back of your leg. And bring it back to center. Lower the heel down. Lift the other heel up. Pause. Little hip hinge, keeping the spine nice and long. And bring it back up. All right, take an inhale, reach arms up. Reach into Urdhva. So palms of the hands are facing in, pinky into the midline of the body, and you're trying to grow a little taller through your spine. Remember, if your shoulders are hurting or one shoulder is hurting, you can keep the arms down, right? Or bring them in front of you. Bring the hands to touch, add a little bit of a side bend. You can bend the elbows a little. Come and bring it back to center. Push the hands into one another, add a side bend to the other side. Come and bring it to the middle. Bring the arms behind. If you're on the chair, hold on to your chair like we did before. The rest of us, we interlace the fingers, lift the arms a little bit off the chest. All right, we add that side rotation here and the other way. And bring it to center. Lift the chest up and look down towards the floor. And then release. Come and eagle your arms again. This time we're going to add a little bit of a forward fold as we sit in the chair. So you go like this. You sit in an imaginary chair, little bit. It's a mini chair. It's not a big chair or a deep chair. And then you bend a little bit, but keep the spine nice and long. Lift into a little bit of a back bend. Bend the knees, come a little bit up and a little bit down. One more time, right? So we do it 3 times. Bring it back up and pause. Switch the eagle. So the other arm is on the top. Remember, you can grab shoulders instead if needed. And we fold a little, bend the knees, bring it back up, just kind of warming up our knees a little more. 2, and just one more time. All right, release, lift those arms up again into that palm tree, right volcano pose. Bring the hands to touch, lean to the side. Bring it to center, over to the other side. Bring it back up, arms behind, the other index finger in the front. You open up through the chest. All right, this time we add a forward fold. So you fold in half, keep the arms there if your shoulders hurt, or you can lift the arms up. Now you can come 1/3 of the way, halfway down, whatever works for you, okay? I'm coming up just to see you. You can look down, right? You can look down. You'll know when you're coming up. Inhale, bring it through a bend knee, release the arms. We find full chair. If my shoulders hurt, maybe I keep my hands here, here, otherwise along your ears. All right, little pedal here on the feet. Reach the fingers. 2, 3, 4. One more time. Release into a flat back, half forward fold, or you can come a little bit deeper in the chair if that works for you. So whichever you prefer. Deepen your breath. We move into down dog on your next breath. Inhale, and as you exhale, walk the legs a little farther back, pressing into downward facing dog. All right, we pedal the feet here again, lifting the heel off the floor. Bend your right knee, lift the heel off the floor and pause. Do the same on the other side. All right, on your next breath, walk slowly forward halfway, lift the chest up. Make sure you don't, your chair is secure as you lift the chest. Come a little bit farther forward and then release to mountain pose. Big breath in and long breath out. All right, we march in place. You can march in place like this, holding onto your chair, either lifting just the heel, the foot a little, or lifting that knee high at the height of your hip. If you don't need to hold on to the chair, then of course you'll look like this. Your elbows can bend or you can reach the arms, whichever you prefer. If you're not holding on to the chair, maybe you start speeding it up a little bit, so you start getting your heart rate up. Now feel that contact with your feet on the floor. A little bit faster, even if the knees don't lift super far off the ground, or the feet, rather. All right, come back to mountain. Take a breath in and a breath out. We're doing 2 breaths. It's a double breath. It's double in through your nose, short and long. So you draw the air in, and then you exhale through your mouth, short and long. The last one is longer. So short and long on the exhale. We do it with the hands like this, and you're tensing. Everything is tight on the inhale, and on the exhale, you relax every muscle. Bend the knees. Double breath in. Tense the body. Double breath out. Double breath in. Tight. Everything is engaged. Pause in mountain pose. All right, let's warm up the hips a little bit before we find those warriors. So begin to move the leg in circle. You can hold it, hold down with both hands, or you can keep the foot near the floor if needed. Remember, any modification that works for you. Bring it the opposite direction. All right, cross the leg. Bring it across to the other side. Across, behind. One more time, across and behind. All right, come back to center and pause. The other leg, we have circles, right? So they can be big circles, circles closer to the floor, whatever they need to be. Bring it the opposite way. All right, here we go. We cross it, we bring it behind. We have one more. Very good. All right, open your legs wide. We're coming into Prasarita. So toes slightly in. You're hinging at the hips, keeping the abdominals engaged. Draw the feet towards one another as if you're trying to wrinkle the mat or the rug you have underneath you. Now, you can stay with your hands here, but you can also come forward. If you're sitting on the chair, you just open the legs and fold slightly forward to whatever is your comfort. Take a deep breath. So generally, the trunk can stay parallel to the floor. If you're still going all the way down, you can go a little lower. So it's up to you how far you go. Now, if you're all the way down, be careful. If you want to come halfway up for the twist, you can. Otherwise, you know, if you're used to twisting from there, that's okay. You're going to twist towards your right side, bringing the chest over to that side. See if you can follow the hand up, looking towards that hand as a drishti. Come to center, release it down and pause. We find the other side. So twist from the bottom up until you get to your shoulder and head, and then lift the arm and look towards your hand. Very good. Slowly lower down. Pause again. Toe heel the feet halfway, and then walk the hands up on the chair if they're not there already, and slowly travel up. Pause again in mountain. All right, let's release the hips a little. So circle the hips around. Nice and slow. Remember, sometimes we're always moving very fast with everything. So trying to be a little more mindful. And sometimes when we move a little slower, we might recruit more muscle, right? Or if we always move slow, maybe we try a little faster. So it could be the other way around. All right, so bring the trunk again to move without moving the hips, right? As best as our body allows. And then bring it the opposite way. All right, and then bring it back to center. Open the legs a little bit. We're going to release the arms. Remember, you're going to become sleeveless, armless, right? So it's like long sleeves that have no arms inside. As we start bringing the arms from side to side, just be careful you don't hit yourself on the chair. Now, if my balance is okay and I'm able to lift the heel and pivot, maybe I do that. And maybe I can bring my head to follow the hand back if the balance is okay and I don't get dizzy doing so. All right, this time you're going to touch the hip, so the hip with the palm of the hand facing out and the shoulder. Turn, hip and shoulder, hip and shoulder. Very good. Maybe you tap like along the hip and then a little higher if you can get to the kidneys. Very nice. All right, bring it back into center. Pause and toe heel the feet closer together if you separated the feet. All right, so if you want a little bit of water, you can take a water break. We're going to work a little bit on the standing warrior poses and tree pose. But of course, if you need to sit down, you're tired, you can just sit down. Or maybe if you're sitting down, you try standing up, holding onto the chair in front. All right, so if I don't need the chair, you can move the chair a little bit to the side. If you need both hands on the chairs, just keep it here. I'm going to move mine so you can see my legs. So my back leg is straight. You can still not see my legs. Back toe slightly in with that leg straight. I'm going to come into warrior two on the right side, right? So extending your right arm if you can balance here. Otherwise, you hold on to the chair like this. We'll move it a little, okay? So you turn the palm or the palms of the hands facing up, and you're going to straighten out the leg and reach back. On the exhale, bend the knee. Move with breath. Straighten up. Exhale, bend the knee. That's the second time here. On the third, pause, and then bring either the hand or the forearm here for extended side angle. Remember to keep your chest open as you lean towards the side. Keep your ribs open. So you don't want to do this. You don't want to collapse in your rib cage. You want to keep your lats nice and engaged. If your arm is able to reach forward, bring it forward along the ear. Just don't glue it to the ear. If you need this hand here, then hold on. Very good. Can we look up over that shoulder if the neck is up for it? Inhale, bring it back through warrior two. And then straighten out the leg, and we'll take a little pause here. Release the hands. The toes are all pointing towards the front, maybe just slightly in. And then I'm going to hold opposite elbow if I can get there. It might be that you just grab your wrist or maybe part of your forearm there. Keep the belly strong and then fold into Prasarita. On your next breath, very slowly travel up. Release the arms. See if you want to do a little circle, releasing the arms a little. Back toes come in, and now you're coming to turn the toes towards this direction with a straight foot. Bend the knee. Again, you're finding warrior two. Turn the palms of the hands facing up. Again, I'm going to demo holding the chair, but if you can keep that arm, it'll go lower towards this side. Again, bring it out and bring it to bend. Straight up. Bring it to bend. Up. Hold it here. Again, you're coming down towards this side. Your hand can be here and then it can reach towards that side, or you can hold on to your chair if you need to. Again, see if your head is up for it and you can turn up towards the ceiling. Very good. Inhale, bring it back. Again, we'll turn, we'll pivot, we'll release the arms. Pause for a moment. All right. This time, we're going to reach the arms down interlacing the fingers. If I can, I'm going to keep my heels of the hands together. But if the shoulders are a little tight, just open the hands. Like it's fine. It's just a different variation. And then you're folding. Your arms can stay right there, or you can lift them a little bit. It's up to you. Inhale, slowly travel back. Release the arms, just do a little bit of a release. Toe heel the feet. And then we'll walk till we get to mountain pose. All right, let's wake up the balance a little bit more. So you're holding onto your chair if needed. Otherwise, your hands or hand is on the hip. So you're going side to side as if you're moving through water. So I'm not doing fast movements or anything like that. Every time I go up, maybe my leg can go a little bit higher. Try to keep your center of gravity so you don't lean to the side when you bring that leg up. Next time I bring the right leg up, I'm going to hold it here. I'm going to pulse it up a little bit. Then I'm going to bring the leg in and I'm going to send it back and I'm going to pulse it all the way up there. All right, from here, fold into that leg. Bring it in. You're trying to bring the knee in, right? Like this, knee in. And then send it back again. And bring it in. And then place it down. Pause. Notice how one leg might feel heavier than the other leg. Or just see if you can spot any differences. All right, lift the leg, bring it down. Again, both sides, up. So I'm starting low, adding a little more height every time. Lift it up and hold it here. Do a little pulsing motion. Bring the leg in, send it back. All right, bring that knee in. Send it back. And, oh, let's add that pulsing motion up here. And then release that leg down. Again, see if you can spot any differences between the legs. All right, so we start with balance. You can stay right where you are. We start with this balance where we shift away from leg to leg. We're going to lift the toes and lift the back heel, the back leg. Toes and heel. Lift the heel and the back foot and hold it. Bring back, lift the toes and hold it. Very good. All right, let's do it on this side. So bring this leg forward and you start rocking the weight until you start lifting the heel and the toe. Let me move back so you can see me. All right, lift the back heel and hold it. And front toes and hold. Very good. And then release. All right, we're coming into that tree pose. So we're going to open and close it just a few more times just to warm up the hip a bit more. And then you're going to choose whether you put the foot on top of the other foot like this, with your toes like this and the heel pressing into the lower leg, or if you can balance and hold, you can hold on to the chair, right, with both hands or one, then maybe bringing the foot below the knee, right? I'm going to keep mine here, but again, if you can come up, see if your arms can release. So it might be one arm that releases, it might be both arms that release. Bring the thumb and the index to me, like a Gaya Mudra. If I'm holding on to my chair, then I look like this, or like this. All right, release the leg. Pause for a moment again in mountain pose. Take a deep inhale, relax the tension on your exhale. All right, let's do the other side. So again, you're coming in and rolling out and in just for a few rounds. Until you feel ready, then you bring the foot either here, here, or you keep it down below. Again, if I'm only doing one arm, it's right here. Otherwise, they're both here in branches. Very good. And then slowly release. All right, just do a little shake. We're going to come back to our chair if we're not there already. All right, roll the shoulders up and back. Bring the arm in. Lift your left heel and twist open to the back, to your right side. Come back. Lift your left heel, your right heel, and twist to your left. Bring it back. One more to each side. Lift. And bring it back. Last time here. All right, come back to center. Hug the knee into the chest. Keep it here and then straighten up the spine. So you come towards it and then you kind of lift away from it. If this bothers your knee, remember, you can always hold it underneath it. Release, open up the chest. Again, you're coming towards it with your forehead. And then you straighten up right here. Let's do that one more time. Open and squeeze. Come in round. Come and lift and lengthen. Open. Last time. Lift and lengthen. And then let it go. All right, just move the legs in and out. We're going to come into a figure four stretch. So remember, if figure four is too much for your hip or your knee, and you can't do it, you put it down below, but you let the knee kind of flare down towards the side. Otherwise, we're bringing the foot up above the knee. And then from here, grab the foot and let's do a little bit of a circle. That's a little, there's a little help in there, right? Trying to go places. And then bring it the other way. Flex the foot, so you're giving it a little help. And then point your toes down till you get a little bit of a stretch there through the front. All right, and then on the next breath, you can fold a little bit forward. All right, come back, hold the leg, kind of move it a little bit as if you're carrying it like a baby. Place the foot a little bit lower so you have like a little triangle right here, and then you're drawing either with your hand or with the inside of your elbow here, the leg towards you. Use this hand to help you sit up straight. You're drawing the leg to you and very gently turning towards the wall. Lower that leg all the way down. And then again, we're twisting a little bit more actively with the arms open, gaze towards the back. And slowly we bring it back. All right, release that leg and then just move it a little. Again, see how this side feels. Does it need to stay here or can you bring it up here? Again, you're finding the foot and finding those circles. And bring them up and back. And then point and flex back. And then again, you're just kind of folding a little bit towards the leg to get a little bit of a stretch. Slowly bring it back. Again, you're moving that leg like a baby. So you're carrying it a little bit in and out. Let it lower. And again, you're coming in, either hugging right here or hugging here. and turning the chest just slightly to the side. The leg will lower, right? And then you open into more of an active twist. And then inhale and bring it back into center. Release the leg down. We sit a little bit forward. You're going to press the hands here and lift up, sort of like a camel pose. If you feel like you want to lift off and your wrists are okay and your shoulders are okay, you can lift the hips off the chair. Otherwise, you're staying right here with me, right? So your elbows are coming in and you're sort of bringing the chest up and forward. And slowly bring it back. All right, we're going to sit all the way into the back of the chair. Sit comfortably, roll your shoulders back a couple times. See if there's anything the body still needs, any stretch, anything that you're like, oh, I wish you would do this thing. Go ahead and do it, right? I'll give you a little bit of time to do so. And if you're not doing anything that you want to do, maybe you just roll the head a couple times each direction. But if there's anything you'll rather do, please do so. And notice all that sensation through the neck if you're doing the neck rolls. Like, don't check out, just stay with your body always. And bring it the opposite way. All right, and then we bring it back to center. All right, whenever you're ready to just kind of relax all the way into the back of the chair, or if you prefer to do the relaxation like laying on a sofa or on the ground, you can do that. We're coming towards Shavasana now. We'll do a little bit of a pranayama, a little bit of a breathing, and then just kind of like finding just a minute or so of silence. So begin to notice the breath coming in and out of your nose. Without using the hand, we're going to find alternate nostril breathing. So we'll use more intention. So we'll feel the breath coming in through the left side and then out through the right side of your nose, that is. And then in through the right nostril, out through the left. Continue in that way. Focusing on that sensation of the air coming through the left and then the right. Every time your mind is going to want to wander, you're going to come back and continue to watch your breath. Do one more round, your last exhale through the left. Now remember, if closing the eyes brings anxiety, if you suffer from a lot of depression, just keep your eyes open. Just find a point to look out into the distance, soft gaze, and then just allow your eyes to stay open, right? They don't need to be closed. Begin to count the breath next. So we're going to in for 4, hold the breath for 2, exhale for 4, and hold the breath out for 2. So 4, 2, 4, 2. Just a few rounds, just to kind of get a hold of that monkey mind and keep you here and now. One last round. Begin to slowly deepen your breath. Press your feet into the floor. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. Notice the sounds you hear around you. If your eyes were closed, looking around the room, just kind of getting acquainted with the space you're in. If you're laying flat on your back, slowly taking the time to transition. Take a breath in, reach your arms up and overhead. We'll exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Taking a moment to thank yourself for showing up for your yoga practice. You can say your name, you can say thank you. And we'll chant one Om to close together. We'll seal the class that way. Inhale. Namaste. All right, thank you. Have a great evening, great rest of your week, and I'll see you guys again in the end of next month. Thank you again. I'll send the recording after the class. If you're new and we don't have your email, give it to me so I can send you the recording. I think I have everybody's, but again, thank you to the Parkinson's Foundation
Thank you.
for the support. Thank you.